For the longest of time, I have not really been able to process, feel, heal, understand my heart, what I'm going through, the things happening around me. I have not been able to process things the way I used to. Today makes it 3 weeks. 3 weeks since I lost my dad. Whoa, I said I wasn't gonna cry today. Okay. When I'm not feeling so good, I try to do like my silent vlogs, you know, not talk too much because the slightest thing can make me cry, and I am a very emotional person. I am. I lost my dad 3 weeks ago, and as much Jesus Christ. Oh, I can do this. As much as it's just 3 weeks, it feels like yesterday. It feels like I am still dreaming. Nothing, absolutely nothing prepared me for this, and it hurts so bad because I'm such a planner. I like to be prepared. I don't like things taking me unaware and stuff, but this, oh guys, this was beyond me. I don't really want to go into much details because, you know, I feel it's personal, it's family and all of that, but my heart just aches badly. Okay, my heart aches badly. Oh, I miss my dad. I miss my dad so much, like so much. I wasn't prepared for him to leave us, all in the space of 3 days, guys. You know, I've heard of stories where you know, some people, maybe their mom or their dad get sick, and you know, they start going from one hospital to the other, and weeks, months spent on treatment, you know, stuff like that, hoping, thinking, okay, something is gonna happen, they're going to get better and everything. But this was just 3 days, and this was just a minor thing, and that's how I lost my dad, like that. I can't bring myself to accept that. So the first day it happened, I was the one the doctor told the news to, and I was in shock. I was numb. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to feel. I called my sisters and I told them that this is what happened, because everybody were in the know of, you know, what was happening. But when it finally did, I was like, I just heard the news and this is what happened. And we all cried because, you know, we're all in like different places. We cried. We saw the next day for the very first time in my, will I say, adult life or anything. I saw my dad laying down there. Before I could even enter the room, he was closed already. Like they closed him. How they would a dead body, and I've never really seen a dead. I've never really seen someone like that in that way. Closed him up, and I was like, he can't breathe. Don't cover him. Like, don't cover him. I touched him and he was so cold. My dad was so cold. I wanted to cover him in duvet. He was so cold. He was glowing. He was light skinned. He was smiling. Like, why is smiling? It was not funny. Like, Daddy, why is smiling? Stop. He was just there. He was just there. He wouldn't move. I told him I was around. He should look at me. He wouldn't move. My sister like whispered things in his ears and he wouldn't respond. I've never felt so heartbroken like this. Gosh, it's been 3 weeks, Judith. Just like that, my mom doesn't have a husband, I don't have a father, and I cannot believe I'm not one of those people that would say, oh, my dad is late. The dude was not even that old. He wasn't that old. He was very agile, so cute, so cute. My dad and my mom's relationship like taught me so much. Everything that I know, the way I turned out to be, is all thanks to my parents, is all thanks to the love they shared, is all thanks to how they felt for one another, the things they showed us. Like, I mean, I was in awe of their relationship. I never for once saw them fight or quarrel in my presence. My dad was a lover boy and my mom was like head over heels in love with him. Head over heels. He wouldn't eat till his wife came back from work. She would always wait up for him. They would chat, talk, laugh. Anytime she would come over to my house, like say maybe want to spend like a weekend or something, maybe when I gave birth, my dad would call her every day and ask her when is she coming back, when is it coming. Like, that was his babe, that was his wife. For the very first time I heard my mom say in the hospital, like, who is going to pamper me, who is going to pet me? And that thing really woke up some emotions in my heart because I knew how my dad used to pamper her. Like, because that's me too. Like, he would pamper all his girls, his wife, his daughters. My dad would make us tea and biscuits, like a cup of tea and biscuits in the morning for breakfast. He would serve it to us in our room. He literally treated us like princesses. And I'm so grateful that God chose him to be my dad. I'm so grateful for that. I wish he could have lasted longer. I wish he did. I really do wish. But it's like God has a plan for everything. Like, oh, I wasn't ready for this, Lord. I was not. I wasn't. I wasn't. Oh, I wasn't. It hurt so bad. It hurt. I felt so numb. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to process it. I tried my best to hide my feelings, to bury it so that I don't break down. Because at first I had to take care of everyone, make sure everybody was good, and I hear people say, oh, Judy, you're so strong, you're so strong. I'm not strong. I just try to like block the feeling away, but does it ever go away? I have my family here, like I have my kids. I don't want my kids to see me cry. So I have to suck up whatever feelings I'm having at that point, attend to them, smile with them, my helps, smile with them, just go about my daily life. Sometimes when I'm breaking down, it's time for dinner, so I have to pause. God, it was so stressful. I had to pause like my breakdown just so I could cater to the house, because trust me, because there was no way I was going to grieve the way I wanted to, the way I was feeling, and it would not affect my family, because if I'm not around, everything just goes to shit, literally. So I tried to bury myself in work. I did some deals, I got some jobs, and God being faithful, he gave me those jobs to keep me busy. He did, and I thank him for that. I really do. I buried myself. I created a lot of content. Thankfully, when I make video content for brand, I wanted to forget it, and that's maybe a mistake I made, a coping mechanism. I don't know. But at that time, it was what I wanted to do. It was how I wanted to feel. My coping mechanism was work. It was work. And I'm very happy that it kind of helped a little bit. But it never really goes away. I didn't tell anybody. Like, I just told like 2 of my friends at the beginning, and that was it. That was it. I cried with them on phone. I wasn't ready for people to tell me, I'm sorry, Judith, I'm sorry, accept my condolence. Like, oh, not me. Like, that's not something you should say to me. I only want to hear, I'm happy for you, congratulations, you know? But I know this is how life is. You know, we all know that we would leave and then someday we'll die. We always accept the reality of new life, but we never really accept the fact that one day we would not see some people anymore, and that hurts badly. It's a really tough thing to lose your dad. It's a tough thing to lose your mom or to lose any of your loved ones, and I've never really known loss like that until my dad. I've never really known loss. Never, like, never. I don't really attend burials because people around me don't die. So I didn't know how to go about it, how to feel. I was angry. Like, I was so angry. I was sad. My dad was a pastor. He was a branch pastor of a church. So in a corner of my mind, I was like, why him? God, that's your guy. Why him? But as they say, there's a reason for everything, and they also say he has gone to a better place. And I want to believe he's in a better place, looking over me, because I still don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around it. Like, me, fatherless, never. Like, one day, okay, but now, never. Like, you know, they say the first week you're numb, you don't know how to act, and then the second week the grief kicks in, the loss kicks in. Sometimes when I think of my dad the way I do now, my heart starts pounding faster. It starts beating. Throughout the first week, I could literally see him every night before sleeping. The second week, I would see him every night before sleeping. My dad was always smiling. So what's not cute about seeing him smiling? Like, every time. We were such a happy family. I miss my dad. I miss him so much. I wish he didn't have to go now. But he's gone now. And there's nothing I can do about it. I really wish I made him proud. Though I know I did. I did. He was so proud of his girls. He was so proud of his kids. Like, he would boast about us. You know? They would call him Oibo, your children. And all of that. He was a peacemaker. he would play some of his favorite music. He would take us, you know, just like grab our hands and then would dance in the living room. He had this particularly funny steps that he would do. He made the worst stew ever. I can still taste it. But he was the best dad. He was. He would pray for us all the time. All the time. Every of my birthday anniversary, he would send a message saying happy birthday my daughter, or happy anniversary. My anniversary was like some days ago. I didn't get that text from my dad this time around. I didn't get it. I wish I did, but I didn't. I try not to talk about this so much because I really can't control my tears. I wish for so many things. I wish for more time with him. Even planning his burial is so stressful. Like, it's so stressful. How do you choose a casket for your father? Like, how? Why? It's so stressful. So stressful. I don't know how to deal with it, but I thank God for my family who've just been there for each other. We're constantly looking out for each other, and we're doing better by the day. Not the best at all. Not the best, but we're doing great. The other day was Father's Day, and I felt it so bad. I felt it to my core, and I let it out. And that is when I told majority of people that I know care about me, love me, and even to my besties on Instagram. I had to share it out because seeing everyone post about their dad, and I had my dad like just last month. Like, I had him alive last month, and then this month he's not alive anymore. It was just so insane. I let it all out. I ranted. I cried my eyes out. But like they say, he's in a better place. Something that's been helping me a little bit live on is the fact that I want to live on the good memories, you know, that my dad left behind. My dad was a great man. He left a pretty good, decent, loving memory for us all, and that's just what I want to live on. I want to remember him by those moments, those teachings. I still remember while growing up, we would all be praying because of the pastor. He was a pastor. Gosh, I'm not using words for my dad. Crazy. He was a pastor. We would all be praying, you know, like night prayer, obviously, and we would be dozing, you know, sleeping, and he would just look at us and increase the sound of and increase the pitch of his voice when singing, like louder, and start clapping, or come and, you know, tap you a little bit so you can wake up. Or those mornings where we're still sleeping past 10 a.m. and he just walks into our room and opens the curtain, bam, and the sunlight just comes directly at our face, and we're like, Daddy, now stop. I miss those moments with him. How am I feeling now? 3 weeks later. One day at a time. One step at a time. Slowly getting back into my habits, myself, and choosing to live on better memories that my dad left behind. I'd always remember him for that. I love you, Dad. I really do. And I do hope I'm making you proud, even way better than when you were alive. I'm going to do right by you. I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm fine. We'll be fine. Mommy will be fine. Your wife will be fine. Rest well and be happy.